May we rise and open prayer. Father Lord, King of glory, Jehovah El Shaddai, Jehovah Shammah, we thank you, we bless you, we glorify you, because you are God. We thank you for what you have done for our great party. For the past 10 years, you have been faithful to us. You have shown us favor, grace, and blessings. Today we are on the 12th National Executive Council meeting. Father, we pray that you bring your peace to reign amongst us. And we pray that you will give our president, the vice president, and the governors wisdom, understanding, and knowledge to continue to pilot the affairs of the country according to your will. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ abide with us now and forevermore. Amen.
May I acknowledge the presence of the pioneer chairman of our party, Chief B.C. Akonde. Thank you very much. May I now invite our acting national chairman, Senator Abubakar Kyari, to conduct the proceedings of this meeting. We can do the first statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Commander-in-Chief, Vice President, Senator Shettima, Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, the Deputy Senate President, the Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the Deputy Speaker, Your Excellencies, Executive Governors here present, the former Senate President, and members of the Senate, members of the National Assembly, our former National Chairman of the party here present, Secretary of the Federation, Secretary of Government of the Federation, Chief of Staff to the President, members of the National Working Committee, State Chairman of the party, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to first and foremost call for the adoption of the agenda. There are slight changes to the agenda. You have an agenda in your folder, but I would read what we have here with a view of adopting the agenda. The first item is the national anthem opening prayers. The second item is the adoption of the agenda. Then the third item is welcome address by Senator Abubakar Kyari, acting national chairman. Then remarks by Mr. President. Then the fourth item will be consideration of memos for adoption. 1. Appointment of external auditors. 2. Filling of vacancies. 3. Motion for zoning of offices. 4. Motion for nomination of national chairman of the party. 5. Motion for the nomination of the National Secretary of the party. 6. Motion for the nomination of the Deputy National Chairman North. 7. Motion for the nomination of the National Woman Leader. 8. Motion for the nomination of the National Legal Advisor. The next item on the agenda will be any other business. Then finally, we have adjournment, closing prayers, and lastly, the national anthem. This is now the agenda that is proposed for this National Executive Committee meeting. So if it is accepted, can I call for adoption of the agenda? Yes, Professor Babagana Zulum, Governor of Borno State.
Can somebody extend the microphone so that others can hear?
There's no wireless?
There's a wireless.
What? It's simple. Dr. Beto, maybe?
Do hereby second the motion as moved.
The motion for the adoption of the agenda has been moved. As amended.
From what you read out, you have a motion of zoning of offices as number 3 on the agenda.
Yes.
And I wish to amend that. The motion of zoning to come as number 2, while the filling of vacancies comes as number 3.
Okay. Yeah, I think what it means is maybe we cancel out the filling of vacancies. Is that?
We have to do the zoning first.
Yes, before the nomination. Yeah, we have the nominations after. So let's cancel out the filling of vacancies.
Because the nomination is simple.
Yes.
What I'm saying is that the motion for the zoning of offices should come before.
The nomination, before the nomination. So what I'm saying now here is number 2 is filling of vacancies. Let us cancel that out completely. So that we go zoning of offices and nomination.
They're the same thing.
Yes, they're the same thing. Yeah.
This is 1ABC. 1A. This is the main thing. All of these are under this.
Same.
Let me make a counter amendment.
Okay.
Your Excellency, the President, the Vice President, the National Chairman, and all the Excellencies, members of NEC, just a bit of an amendment. I'm thinking that we should have a motion to appoint the external auditors, and then a motion for zoning, just to tinker with the zoning, and thereafter we fill just 2 positions, that of the National Chairman and National Secretary, and then we empower the National Working Committee to take care of the other positions, to go and realign the other positions. I so move. Go to the president. Go to the president. Go to the president. Go to the president.
That's what the president wants.
That's what the president wants. Okay, let's do that.
Yes, after this one.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the Vice President, distinguished Senators Chetin Kachim, GCON, distinguished members of NEC, I rise as a bona fide member of this august body to second the motion ably moved by the President of the Senate that this agenda proposed by NWC for this NEC be adopted. I so move. Motion moved by the Senate President. I said that. The motion is to adopt the agenda. I've seconded it. Huh? As amended, yes. As amended. Well, I crave the indulgence of members of NEC. Mr. President has a very pressing appointment that has to do with the international commitment and may not stay longer than we envisaged. So I crave your indulgence to oblige this body, the abridgment contained in the agenda as amended. Please. Thank you.
So put the question.
So motion for the amendment and adoption for the agenda has been moved by the Senate President and seconded by Governor of Imo State. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So this brings us to the welcome address by the acting national chairman. And I start by Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the Vice President, Senator Shettima, GCON, the Senate President, and the Speaker, House of Representatives, the Deputy Senate President and the Deputy Speaker, Your Excellencies, Executive Governors here present, former National Chairman of our party, and at this point forward, permit me to stand on the existing protocol due to lack of time. Mr. President, it is with honor and humility that I stand before you today as the acting national chairman of our great party, the All Progressive Congress, at this landmark National Executive Committee meeting. It is a landmark occasion because we have successfully navigated the turbulent waters of politics in our beloved country for the third time and steered our party into safe harbor of victory. This next meeting is also a landmark because it is occurring at a time when our party, the APC, is marking its 10th year anniversary, considering the fact that current democratic dispensation in our country is only 24 years old. Our decade-old existence as country's foremost and most formidable political party is a remarkable milestone worthy of celebrating. I would at this juncture therefore like to acknowledge the efforts and contributions of our founding fathers, too numerous to mention, who laid the strong foundation upon which the APC stands today. We owe it to them and to the millions of Nigerians who believe in our ideology to continue working tirelessly for the betterment of our great nation. As we gather here today, we must reflect on the progress we have made since the inception of our party. we have achieved significant milestones and implemented transformative policies that have had a positive impact on the lives of our citizens. However, we also recognize that we face numerous challenges that require our immediate attention and collective determination. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today, by the grace of the Almighty and the overwhelming mandate given to us by Nigerians, our party has formed the government at the center for the third consecutive time. We are in control of 20 states out of 36 in the Federation. Moreover, we hold the majority of the seats in both chambers of the National Assembly. It goes without saying that we are today the leading and the greatest party in Nigeria and in Africa. Let me therefore, on behalf of the NWC and NEC, and indeed the entire party membership, seize this opportunity to congratulate all our elected officials and facilitate with them on their well-deserved victories. It is right and proper that I should start by offering our heartfelt congratulations to Mr. President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and the Vice President, His Excellency Shettima, GCON, on their election. I also wish to congratulate Mr. President on his election as Chairman of the ECOWAS Regional Grouping. We acknowledge this as a foreign policy triumph for Nigeria and the beginning of the repositioning of the country towards taking her rightful place in the affairs of our region and continental politics. Mr. President, I am sure I will be speaking the mind of the entire NEC if I say that the nation is happy with you. Under your exceptional leadership, we have witnessed bold, ambitious, and courageous decisions that have propelled our nation forward. The policies your administration, our administration, has pursued in the span of just 2 months have been instrumental in shaping the narrative of our nation's progress. Your unwavering dedication to service, coupled with your astute political acumen, has commenced the sure-footed process of laying a solid foundation for the growth and development of Nigeria. The steps that you have taken so far are commendable and highly applauded. The party stands by you, and with you we shall walk the path together, no matter the severities of the task or the complexities of the challenges ahead, to lead our people to prosperity and our country to greatness. It should be clear to Nigerians and the entire world that His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's mind is preoccupied with issues that are existential importance for our country and people. From the day he stepped into office, he took the proverbial bull by the horns to dethrone the mighty incubus of subsidy on petrol that has oppressed our nation, bewildered past administrations, challenged previous policy makers, and set us back several years in our march to greatness and prosperity. This incubus, this intolerable, exploitative regime of deception and deprivation of resources of our country, this obstacle to our progress and prosperity, this machination of the few against the vast majority of our people has at last been extirpated in one fell swoop by President Tinubu in a show of unprecedented patriotism and courage and intrepid determination never seen before in the annals of our country. Already, the fruits of this policy are beginning to ripen and be harvested by Nigerians. Considerable sums of money in hard currency have been saved in just 2 months after the termination of the oppressive and wasteful subsidy regime on petrol. A comprehensive palliative regime is currently in the process of being rolled out by the President Tinubu administration to cushion the effects of the subsidy removal. Additional efforts are also being made by the various state governments under the APC control to alleviate the hardships experienced by our people. These are temporary outcomes of the realignment of the economy and the perfection of a system of accountability and probity that the Tinubu administration will entrench in our country. President Tinubu started his administration on the agenda of renewed hope for Nigeria, an agenda which has found resonance and acceptance among our people. Let me assure us all and every Nigerian that the renewed hope agenda is not a mere slogan or an empty mantra of deception and retreat from reality. The renewed hope agenda is a transformation agenda that will boldly and intelligently address the challenges facing our economy that have stood in the way of rapid progress towards industrializing our country and strengthening our productive forces. I therefore urge all Nigerians to, despite the temporary hardships, continue to support our president and the government in the short and medium terms so that the long-term prosperity and happiness can be the final destination towards which we can take our country. Let me at this juncture also offer the NWC's congratulations to the Senate President, His Excellency Godswill Akpabio, CON, and the Deputy Senate President, His Excellency Barrow Green, CON, on their election. I am pleased also to congratulate the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, and the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, on their election. I should be remiss in my duty if I fail to recognize and congratulate our governors on their election or re-election, as the case may be, and offer them our best wishes in their endeavors. I wish particularly to congratulate the newly elected governors, senators, members of the House of Representatives, and state houses of assembly, and welcome them into the fold of the party's leadership. I remain confident that you will contribute to the growth and development of our great party, just as your predecessors in office had done, and hope that your individual conducts while in office will lead to our nation's development, prosperity, peace, and progress. Let me, in the same vein, also welcome the new duo of the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, PGF, His Excellency Hope Uzodimma, Governor of Imo State, and the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, His Excellency Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, Governor of Kwara State. I wish to congratulate you both on behalf of the NWC and the entire party on your well-merited election into these important positions. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, like any human organization of our size, composition, dynamics, and success, the APC has its own share of problems and challenges. These are issues pertaining to the unity and cohesion of the party, issues concerning the need to strengthen the institutional and financial capacity of the party. Even the issue of the soon-to-be conducted off-season gubernatorial elections in a number of states, among others. While it is essential that we address these challenges head-on and work together to steer our party and our country towards a brighter future, the current exigencies will not permit us to consider them at this meeting. This next meeting is therefore convened to purposely address two main issues, namely, A, the appointment of external auditors of the party, and B, the filling of the existing vacancies of the national chairman and the national secretary. These offices play a pivotal role in the direction for the party. It is pertinent to note that as enshrined in the constitution of our party, under Article 13, sub 13.3, Roman numeral 2, the NEC has the powers to, quote, discharge all functions of the National Convention in between national conventions, end of quote. Mr. President, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to use this auspicious opportunity to most sincerely thank Mr. President for finding 2 of our members in the NWC, of which my humble self happens to be one, fit and worthy of being nominated as members of the Federal Executive Council. We would like to assure Mr. President that as we vacate our respective positions of the National Deputy Chairman North and the National Women Leader, to take our place in the hallowed chambers of the Federal Executive Council, we shall justify the confidence you have reposed in us by fully committing ourselves to the service of our nation and its people. In conclusion, may I call on all members of the All Progressives Congress to remain steadfast as we strive to uphold the principles of democracy, inclusivity, and good governance. Let us foster an environment that encourages healthy debates, respect for the rule of law, and protects the rights and freedom of all Nigerians. We must be the standard bearers of integrity and accountability, demonstrating to our citizens that we are here to serve their best interest. Mr. President, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me once again welcome you all to this meeting and wish us happy and fruitful deliberations. Thank you very much. At this point, it is my singular honor and privilege to invite Mr. President to deliver his remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please have your seat. The Vice President, Shettima, ECON, the Senate President, Goodwill Akabi, ECON, the former President of the Senate, the Speaker of the Representatives, Chairman of the Progressive Governors Board, and the Chairman of National Governors Board, and other governors here present. Members of the National Assembly, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Chief of Staff, members of the APC State Congress, the stakeholders, party faithfuls, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First, it is indeed my honor and a special privilege from Almighty God to address you today. We give thanks to Allah who has made this day possible. This is the first time I'm addressing the neck of our party after the 2023 victory. I joined the acting national chairman to celebrate today and congratulate all of you. And I take the opportunity to say thank you very much for all that work. Allow me to equally address and congratulate the Senate President, the Speaker, and the entire National Assembly leadership for the way they have done the jobs to date and the promises of the future from them. Thank you, Mr. Senate President, Deputy, and leader. All the elected leaders of our party, old or new, they have gone through a process of being elected. I congratulate you too. It's a divine will of God Almighty that we are all here to celebrate our freedom, to win both the majority in the House, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. It's a gift from God. I recall in the 11th meeting of 20th April, the National Executive, and that's 2022, the National Executive devolved the power of some to NWC in accordance with the provision of the APC Constitution. To, among other duties, organize our party's primaries and other allied matters. I'm happy that NWC has fulfilled those obligations and responsibility assigned to them. I therefore commend them and say once again, congratulations. When the election is just a step in the process, good governance is another. We've gotten the trophy. The president is standing before you. It is trophy of your hard work. And the reward for hard work is more work. The party is better and must be nurtured from the world level upward. It is our responsibility to promote unity, stability, and love among ourselves. And we must deliver on our promises. I brought before you the renewed hope to fulfill your dreams and the dreams of our founding fathers. To be sure that Nigeria remains the focal point of our foreign and domestic policy. You are the makers of the party, the drivers. When we have all other passengers behind this bus, the driver must not fall asleep, and the co-driver must be on the alert, and the brake must be working and working well. Party loyalty becomes more important. Some people betray us. But we honor their wishes, but we coast to victory. It is an honorable thing. Yes, we are facing challenges in home, and I think this is one of the most free and fair elections in the history of Nigeria. To us, congratulations. And as a Democrat, those who cannot accept the result of a free and fair election does not deserve, they do not deserve the joy of victory. Yes, there are governors to embark on. We are working on it. It's a will that must be oiled, grilled properly. I've submitted ministerial list to the Senate for screening and approval. We are in the process of establishing fully the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. I could see so many of my friends here. If you cannot see me as you wish, pardon me. In the assignment you gave me, you labored for it, you shouted for it, you fought for it at local level, to the state level, to the national level. So the reward you get, your friend will be absent for a while. You can't see him as well. But with you, God Almighty, you got me here. Nigeria is going through. I don't want to go through the question of subsidy any longer. I've made a broadcast consistent with that principle and belief. And the acting national chairman addressed the issue. So it's a matter that we must face and face forward to really re-engineer the economy and politics of this country. We must find a way to satisfy the yearnings of the poor. And And all programs that we roll out must work for the people and not punish the people. Well, to our international community, I sent a message to Europe and America yesterday. What are you saying about our trade partnership with any other country? If you are hungry and poor, I ask, how can you handle a mad dog and prevent backing dog from eating food from a poisoned plate of your enemy? So, you may be happy, we are hungry. The continent depends on Nigeria. And we have to show that leadership. But not at the expense of my joy, happiness, and good health. There's always an opportunity in any adversity if you look at it carefully. The party is in your hand. But let's redirect this party. United for a purpose, and that purpose, development, progress, and prosperity, will not forgive us if we veer off that path. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished leaders, it is my honor once again to address you. Let's take the few items that we have on the agenda, devolve power to NWC to act on our behalf after consultations, to fill other vacancies. But we must do what we can today. I have some leaders within and outside Nigeria waiting for me in the office. I want to cut short. I would have loved to enjoy the time with you, but I want to cut short my presence there so I can go back to work. I want to say thank you very much once again. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. God bless all of you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We move on the next. Okay. May I please, at this point, request our good friends from the media and non-members of the National Executive Committee of the APC to vacate the hall.
No,
non-neck members. are the ones who are leaving.
Members.
Huh?
Neck members.
Yes, yes.
Non-neck
I
members.
said none.
Non-neck members.
Eh?
Catch a non-NWC.
Oh, really? Ah, no. Sorry, non-neck members, please.
We should carry a camera. You should go with your camera.
Cameraman, can you go?
In order to support the growth of critical sectors of the economy, such as agri,